Hello everybody, my name is Anto and welcome back to Let's Play Kaiserreich as Socialist Italy. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So we're in the middle of the American Civil War. We sent our glorious 2 troops to help defend. Yeah, and apparently right now we can still only send 2. So these 2 troops are So you have 3 troops here. They're actually like mostly, well, we have 1 Russian and 2 loyalist militia. Are these guys mostly militia? Yeah, revolutionary militia. So I'm assuming their troops are actually like pretty bad. Like 5 to 13. Okay, so these 2, 9 to 23 infantry. We have 18 infantry, 2 artillery, and 2 engineer companies in our infantry divisions. So like, how you only have 1 troop and you're pretty weak. We got our dispersed industry, fantastic. We're still only like halfway through April. What can I actually research right now? Let's get some field hospitals and signal companies. Those typically, I think, are good. Like, these guys are pretty weak. It's just 1 troop. Fairly low organization. 31 right now. It would be nice if you guys would just attack me as well. Failed army coup in Tokyo. Shocking news in Japan. Today, radical elements of the imperial military, led by ultra-monarchists and nationalists, launched an attempted push against the ailing democratic government in Tokyo. Despite seizing control of key government apparatus and buildings across the capital, the emperor explicitly refused to support the faction, which led the coup's almost inevitable collapse within hours. A number of senior army officials and their supporters have committed ritual suicide and shame, including the famed Trachu Hiachi. The key linchpin of democracy has preserved in the East Asia, at least for now. Good work, Japanese democracy. Good work here, Hodo. You did something good. So who's considered winning this war right now? 15%. Actually, we're almost at 25% to get to being able to fabricate our claims on whatever we wanted to. The Bohemian-Hungary War. Oh, yeah, I already completely forgot that war's happening in like literally right beside us. 15,000 against 90. How have the Union States lost so many troops against Syndicalists? That's insane. 130,209 against you. But you're at war against the United States. Why is that war not listed here? Why is it not actually listed? I don't know. And who's winning against Hungary in the Austrian War? Okay, so it's technically the Bohemian-Hungarian War. 4,000 is 12,000 for Hungary. Can I send volunteers to you as well? We could. But on the other hand, do I want to support Hungary or do I want them just to kill each other? I think I just have them kill each other for now. Maybe attack them at a later weakened state. Their guys are still pretty low on organization. Nicaragua has declared war on Honduras. Why have you done that? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get a pop about that or... No, there's that war. Why? I don't know. They just felt like it, I guess. We got 1 troop here, 2 troops in Washington. Oh, don't hit the microphone. 1937 Spartacade. The first Spartacade opening ceremonies was held in Dijon and attended by dignitaries and athletes from around the socialist world. The French team carried the torch, the British team the hammer, and the other teams carried pieces of the cogs to the location where it was to be assembled. When placed together, forming the international symbol of syndicalism. The fall of Vienna. The Habsburg capital was lost a few days ago. The Hungarian army pinned the remaining Austrian soldiers in the bank of the Danube, and rumor has it that the Austrian royal family has fled when they could. Now the city is completely controlled by Hungary. Many of its artists and musicians living apprehension of what will become the cultural bastion of Europe. Hungary is planning a great military parade around the Ringtrest in celebration of the massive military feat. The Hungarian general in charge of the occupation is now going to address citizens of the balcony to ease the worries of population. Did they really take Vienna? They did. Apparently, Hungary's doing pretty alright, even though they're fighting on like 3 fronts right now. I'm also pretty sure Romania also attacks them at some point. So they're gonna push their way into West Virginia. Or into Maryland, I should say. So they're making a little bit of progress here. Again, I still don't know why the one war isn't here. It's strange, I don't know. Unless they're considered fighting on the same side here? No. They're just fighting a mystery war that nobody knows about, I guess. They got 5 troops right now in Baltimore, but only 1 troop in Washington. He's just extremely well defended. And they are reinforcing that. 1937 championship between Bologna and Torino. 1936 to 1937 series, a final of the Italian Football League champion reached the last round. Torino playing against Bologna. The Bulls against the Greyhounds. Bologna is a clear favorite to win as they are currently the reigning champions. However, Torino team this year has been playing strong. Who shall win the championships? I don't know. The founding of Cincinnati. Benito Mussolini has today unveiled the opening outside the city of Florence. Oh yeah, we already did this. Or not that specific event, but we've already kind of talked about that in previous episodes. We're starting pretty weak. Okay, we can actually kind of push our way down here into Virginia. But I think taking the capital of the United States is probably like the most important. The Greyhounds have remained the champions in a score of 2-1. Yes, we've actively reinforced. I mean, the Syndicalist troops right now are relatively weak. But if we can push off this National Guard and we only have to fight this 1 German troop, maybe things will be going okay. But right now, they are sending reinforcements probably to Baltimore. No, actually, they're sending to Washington. Yeah, so you are going to be pulling out in a second. And then it's mostly just going to be us against this single infantry troop, whose morale is dropping pretty fast. We're going to send 1 guy to Washington just to try to distract and make sure the reinforcements do not get to Baltimore. We have gotten a few medals in the events, but not enough for our team to be the winner. Okay. Could be worse. Less than a day for the German troop to actually retreat out of the city. I mean, this guy, he's doing what he can. Just keep them pushed back, apparently to get reinforcements here. But they're actually, both the reinforcements are still pretty weak. The Second Internationale. The first Syndicalist Internationale held in Paris that was spreading the ideology overseas, supporting Syndicalist moving and strengthening the ties between Syndicalist nations, and thanks to the gathering success, the Second Internationale has been called to be held in London. Chat, what are you doing? Representatives from the entire world are greeted by the British artillery salute, a Scottish bagpipe chorus, and the overall warm reception. As Europe rolls closer and closer to the war, military and economic cooperation between the Syndicalists is expected to be the primary topic of discussion, and France and Britain will once again call the shots on the international policy. I think I should have a say. Look at me, I'm Northern Italy. Not even all of Northern Italy, just like Western Italy. The best part of Italy. So they should support me. Have you guys sent volunteers to... No, she'll just Britain. France hasn't decided just to stay out of it, I guess. I mean, the United States is spread pretty thin right now. The American Union States actually making a lot of gains, which is an issue, I would say. It looks like the American forces have landed a little bit in Florida. Now, apparently they were not able to actually push into Baltimore. I sacrificed so many Italian lives for this cause, and yet I got nowhere. I really need a lot more manpower, too. So our tank division's almost ready to deploy. Maybe we should deploy a tank here. Target is invalid for deployment. Fine. I'm going to deploy our tank. I am going to... Can I recall one of you back? I don't want to save. I want to recall. You select some armies to split them into smaller ones. Can I have it so that you're not here? Used equipment will turn to the storage and the units will go back to the manpower pool. But I don't want you to go back. I just want you to not to be here anymore. I can consolidate. I actually didn't know. How did I not notice the consolidate button in this game? Reinforces full strength, and these guys will go back home. That's fine. Mostly because I just want to send my tank here. How did I played this game, I think, for what, 2 years now? I'm trying to remember when Hearts of Iron 4 came out. And I didn't know there was a consolidate button. That was very stupid. I should have known that. The Sparta case ended. Many people, yeah, too bad it ended. But we did okay. I'm hoping that having like a single tank division could maybe help push the tides a little bit, even though we don't have a lot of tanks. Also, I don't want tanks being built right now. I want all tanks just to support this one tank infantry division, wherever the hell it is. Whenever it gets shipped over here. Mostly because they don't seem to have any way to stop tanks, and they don't seem to have any tanks themselves, as far as I can tell. Yeah, that's a big penalty there. What about Knight Reads? Yeah, it's going to be also a big penalty. Production efficiency cap can go up. Sounds good to me. How long until you actually get here? The 21st of May. Oh, so it's actually like a week. So I can't really do much. One infantry division is not going to turn the tide of the war. Or at least I don't think it will. So the United States has basically almost been pushed out of the east. And will mostly just be defending the west. I think we do have the biggest army right now. So that's good, at least. The final act of the Second International Congress. With all important decisions being made during the first week, the Congress has moved on to less pressing matters. After 10 days of negotiations, discussing, and politicking, the delegates have come up with one final act. The Declaration of Eternal Brotherhood and readiness to face the imperialists wherever they be found. Union, Britain, France, Chile, and 7 others ends the Second International Congress. Everybody likes me plus 50 and 4 stability. Who else is part of the Internationale? Like, as a faction, it's just us 3. Also, there's something happening in Spain in a second. But, no, I want to look at country list. Who else is Cynic list? So I think it's all of you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minus me, so 9. But Cynic got points with 7. Two, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so it's this list. Minus myself. So I got 50 points with everybody here. The Salvador, Chile, the combined syndicates. I assume, at least. Yeah, okay, so they sent some guys in as well. So how's the, Ho Chi Minh is not doing too hot right now. He's definitely losing. I don't have any troops are actually over here. It doesn't say. Because I think they're just fighting you. You have significantly more divisions. So yeah, I don't think they're going to win. They're probably going to lose. Yeah, so you guys aren't fighting quite yet. Carlos, Spain, and the Kingdom of Spain. Argentina has declared war on southern Argentina. And you would have been at the conference, I think. Yeah, plus 50 opinion. How many troops do you have? You have 4 to 7. You have 10 to 17. I really can't afford to be sending troops everywhere. So I really can't support these guys back here. Actually, no, that actually means Razzle War Chile. The Argentine-Chilean War. Oh yeah, because they're a puppet state, right. So Chile has... I think combined they do have more troops. Chile's also very mountainous, so they should be able to easily defend any early attacks from the Argentinians. Also, there's like nobody in this province. Paraguay's declared war on Argentina. I don't even know why. Is Paraguay also syndicalist? They're not. They're authoritarian democratic, but I'm assuming it's just taking advantage of the situation. And our 2 civilian factories are done. Stability goes up. Political power plus 100. Base stability. Actually, I'm going to go for the education, I think. Railway, mobilization. Anything over here says the army. Actually, maybe we should start looking at these army reforms. Naval and Air Force doesn't matter. Let's go for the army, actually, right now. 35 days is also pretty fast. So we get some troops in here. Maybe we can actually surround Washington a little bit more. Oh, they've actually reinforced. Damn you, Walter Kruger. And your weird hat. And there's now the Spanish Civil War as well. So we got CNT-FIA, led by the Central Committee. We have Carlos Spain, led by this dude, who's definitely just not wearing a photoshopped hat right now. And this dude. So we got the King of Spain. We got this guy, I'm assuming he's like a Carlist. And the committee. Well, I feel like France definitely like support... I mean, this is a war on the French border. So the Spanish Civil War, I'm assuming we're going to probably get a pop-up for that too. The Spanish Civil War. Ever since the defeat of Napoleon, Spain has been plagued by violence, dissent, and turmoil. Game music, you might be a little bit too loud. I'm looking at my volume mixer, so actually you should be able to hear me better, but still. No amount of pleading, deal-making, or appeasement has managed to do more than paper over the cracks as the tensions bubbled. Finally, they boiled over. The Spanish kingdom has been ripped apart by three-sided civil war between numerous factions. The loyalists of the Madrid government, the supporters of pretender Javier, and finally, anarcho-syndicalist CNT-FIA. FAI. I know I say FIA. There are already numerous reports of volunteers and equipment being shipped from Spain and from all over the world to support one faction or another. The Spain will be torn apart to shreds as a battlefield of ideological forces on the wider world. It was inevitable. Rally of the Kingdom. So who is going to win this? I would also like to send volunteers over here as well. I can send 2 divisions. We'll send you 2, led by this boy. You will be orange. To signify Spain? I don't know. There we go. So we are sending our volunteers over to Spain. Sorry, Argentina, that I'm not actually supporting you at all. And sorry for Ho Chi Minh, I'm also not supporting you. Even though I can only send 1 troop, actually. So I couldn't do anything against them. No, what are you doing, tank? Don't lose all your tanks. Bolivia has also invaded Paraguay. A little weird situations going on in South America. Greece has joined the Belgrade Pact. Due to shared hate for Bulgaria's growing power, Greece has decided to enter the Belgrade Pact with Serbia to take down Bulgaria once and for all. This could very well shake down the power balance within the Balkans. So is that just... that must entirely be just a Kaiserreich quirk. Because I really don't understand how else it could work. So you got the Belgrade Pact between Romania, Serbia, and Greece, all against Bulgaria. Saudi Arabia has formed, led by this dude. The peace deal has been signed. Honduras and Nicaragua ending their hostilities. How did this turn out? So Nicaragua has won. Oh no, they lost. They're now a puppet state. It's an occupied puppet of a foreign power. Good work, Nicaragua. You really showed how things are done. Foundation of the Belgrade Pact. Serbia, Romania, and Greece, the 3 Balkan members of the Entente. All with revanchist views of their own, have recently gathered at a common table in negotiations and announcement of the beginning of the Belgrade Pact. While this pact puts a lot of focus on cultural discussion and preserving Balkan identity, is also a military alliance between the participants, seemingly directed at the countries by the country separating them and holding their ancestral lands. With this new development, a big thorn in Bulgarian domination of the Balkans, but only the incoming reaction of other central powers can determine whether this will yield any fruit. Hopefully, the Balkans won't start another world war. Anarcho-syndicalist uprising. Spain is collapsing into anarchy, and CNT-FAI is our brother in supporting the cause for the working class. We should send aid at once. I was already doing that. Political power minus 50, manpower minus 1,000. Once again, I'm at 0. And I was already sending volunteer forces there. They just apparently have not arrived yet. But I think I'm going to be ending this episode here, so thanks for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If you're not enjoyed, please thumbs down. More to subscribe, and goodbye.